You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may
Bruce is busy reading the Wall Street Journal again. Everybody's reading about Greenspan today, even the Moose. I mean, you just can't get away. People are so interested in this. Anybody who's interested in Alan Greenspan or the stock market is following this story. And I would bet most people today are looking at the economy, looking at this do-nothing market, looking at all of the issues that occur when you have a potential recession, and criticizing Alan Greenspan. More people are probably criticizing him than not. And you know, the Fed came out today, I don't know if you heard this, but their minutes came out today, and they said they think we're headed for a deep recession. Not just a regular recession, a deep recession. So that spooked everybody. But again, the market didn't go down because of the things we talked about last Friday. But anyway, what I'd really like to
Are you saying that everybody loves to criticize? Is that what you're saying?
You know, I mean, I've criticized many times myself. I mean, it's easy to get into that critical mode. You know, other than yourself, I don't know too many people who don't criticize from time to time. And so I thought we should spend some time on why do people criticize? You know, probably the biggest critic of all time is not the Moose. The Moose is not
the Moose.
Good.
Oh, the lovable Moose.
The Moose is lovable, but Cramer.
Jim Cramer,
Yeah.
Mad Money.
Yeah, remember when he went after Ben?
Oh, Gentle Ben.
You know nothing. Remember?
You know nothing.
Oh my gosh!
I love that.
Remember how upset he was and how he was criticized.
He was
Maggie
wild.
needs to focus on this. Alan Greenspan told everyone to take a teaser rate and then raise the rate 17
Let's
times.
go deep.
And Bernanke is being an academic. It is no time to be an academic. It is time to get on the Bear Stearns call. Listen, open the darn Fed window. He has no idea how bad it is out there. He has no idea. He has no idea.
Kramer.
I have talked to the heads of almost every single one of these firms in the last 72 hours, and he has no idea what it's like out there. None! And Bill Poole has no idea what it's like out there.
I mean, it's hard to be the Federal Reserve Chairman. Come on.
Oh, a lot of harsh people.
I mean, this is Ben Bernanke taking criticism from Kramer.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Alan Greenspan's criticism is not as bad as that is today.
Oh, yes.
But I mean, these guys in these big positions, I mean, they don't make the kind of money that guys like Kramer. I mean, Kramer makes so much money, it's pathetic. A guy like Ben doesn't make a ton of money. Greenspan never made much money until he retired. He retired at 80 years old and finally started making money. And they said, "Oh my gosh, he got $10 million for his book. He gets $100,000 for his speech." He worked for 70-something years. I mean, the guy worked till he was 80 years old till he could make some real money.
I'm hoping the Rooster pension plan comes up a little sooner than that.
But while he was you know, while you're doing your job, you're always subject to the critics. And I mean, look at the books that come out on critics. You got President Bush. He's got
the Bush tragedy. Huh?
Yeah, there's the Bush tragedy. There's like, I don't know, 10 books just criticizing Bush. And these come out. I think there's a new one that comes out against Bush every month. And then, of course, Greenspan. Now that he's
Ooh, bubbles.
Greenspan's bubbles, the age of ignorance at the Federal Reserve. The age of ignorance? I mean...
Oh my, they're really coming down.
They're saying the guy's ignorant? I mean, Alan Greenspan's ignorant? And people are buying the book, so they love the fact that he's ignorant. So I'm very interested in this whole idea of criticism and why people do it. And do you have any idea why people would do all this criticism?
I think to make themselves feel better. Because if you can criticize someone else, maybe that makes you feel better about yourself.
If you're suffering in some fashion, whether
I am
financially,
suffering.
but you're not a critic.
No. I internalize my criticism. I keep it inside and cry in the middle of the night.
You only criticize yourself, I think.
That's right. I'm so busy criticizing myself, I haven't had time to criticize other people.
Yeah, I can't say I ever heard you criticize anybody during the entire time I've
I'll try to think of something by the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, but I've heard you criticize yourself over and over again.
Good.
But anyway, I've come to the conclusion that there are three possible reasons why people criticize.
Okay.
I think they do it to make some money. You know, the people that are writing those books are making a lot of money off of criticism. Kramer's making a ton of money off of his TV show criticizing. The more you criticize and the more entertaining you can be in your criticism, the more money you're going to make. I think there's a second thing with criticism, and that is to try to impress people with your intelligence. I mean, if you've got low self-esteem, what better way to try to make yourself look good than to try to put other people down? Why, you know, it's easy to say, oh, they blew it. You know, it's like, how do you know, how would Kramer have done in the position of the Federal Reserve, in Bernanke's position? Does he think he would have been the perfect Federal Reserve chairman? I don't see anybody offering him the job. I mean, Alan Greenspan, are they saying somebody else would have done a much better job than he did?
I think he would be the loudest chairman of the Fed.
I tell you, yeah, he would have been he would have been blaming everybody else. Wall Street, they know nothing. Bush, he knows nothing. He would be blaming everybody else that he's doing a perfect job. I mean, everybody wants
25 years, and they are
25 years and they know nothing. I mean, come on, give me a break. And then the third solution, and then the third reason I think that people criticize, which is probably the only redeeming reason to criticize, is to find a solution to a problem. So if you look at those three things, you know, and you say, okay, you know, I'm trying to make money, or I'm trying to make everybody see how intelligent I am versus everybody else, or I'm trying to solve the problem. Obviously, solving the problem would be the most ideal. That would be what we'd want to see.
I like to avoid that one.
Yeah,
I think it's the toughest one.
I know, it's hard because there's a lot of, when there's a problem, there's a lot of emotion. And when you're losing money, there's a lot of emotion. When you're losing your house, there's a lot of emotion. When you're losing an election, there's a lot of emotion. Whatever it is that's caused the problem often creates a lot of emotion. And I think that a lot of these critics, I want to believe that they're doing what they do in many cases for all three of these reasons. And you know, the question is, to what degree is it? Like, did those guys write those books on Bush and Greenspan because they just wanted to make money? Did they write them to just make money?
I hope not.
I hope not. Did they write them just to say, look how intelligent I am, and write me up, and I can sit here and go, well, you know, Greenspan, he really did a bad job. He created a bubble, and I can't believe he was so ignorant.
Ladies and gentlemen, Henry Paulson.
Anybody with any brains would have figured this out, but of course Alan has no brain. I mean, you know, if they're trying to make themselves just look intelligent, that would bother me a lot.
Well, I think it all goes back to being loved. Everybody wants to be loved because we all know that nobody is anybody until they're loved, right?
Yeah, you're nobody till somebody loves you.
Absolutely.
And but if they're really trying to do it, say they make money for it, and say they also build up their self-esteem by appearing intelligent in front of others, but they're also coming up with a solution to the problem, then the criticism's warranted. Because if we get a better solution, then we'll all be better off. So let's just hope that as we watch the unveiling of Alan Greenspan, the sniping of Alan Greenspan,
The massacre.
Yeah, the massacre, the attempt to destroy Alan Greenspan, let's just hope in the end that this criticism, whether people make money off of it, whether some people look really smart with respect to our past chairman, that even if that's the case, that it all comes together to help us come up with a solution so that we don't repeat this type of mess that we're in economically, so that it doesn't happen again, and so that we can turn things better for the future. Anyway, this is what we're all about.
Solutions.
Solutions, trying to make sense out of all this chaos. So please, continue to check in on YouTube to look for Rooster and the young guy, old guy.
Don't forget to become a
Pod.
subscriber.
Yeah, you can subscribe and find out whenever we put on a new web presentation. So we're here for you. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night.